Hello again, as always, it's me, Indah Malindasari from ONEderland Consulting. I have over 10 years experience as a migration agent and was once a migrant myself, which gives me a unique insight into the process. Please like this video and click subscribe to get all the best Australian immigration content and updates. Today in this video, we'll be discussing about the Skilled Work Regional, the subclass 491 visa. We will discuss the benefits, requirements, and how to apply for this visa. But first, let's get to know what 491 visa is. The 491 visa is a popular option for skilled workers looking to live and work in designated regional areas of Australia. With this visa, you can live in Australia for up to 5 years, and during that time, you have the opportunity to apply for a permanent residency. The subclass 491 visa has two streams available, one for the main applicant and another for the family members of the main applicant as a subsequent entrant. Although both streams offer similar benefit, each has different requirements and you can check them on our website. Then, what are the requirements of 491 visa? The requirements for the 491 visa are quite similar to other skilled worker migration visas. You'll need to meet certain criteria like age, English, skill assessment, health and character requirements, and have a relevant occupation in the skilled occupation list of Australia. On top of that, you'll need to pass a point test. Alongside of those requirements, as a main applicant, you are required to be nominated by a state or territory in Australia. This means you are invited and willing to live and work in a designated regional area, which includes most areas outside of Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. You must be under 45 when you apply for this visa, and you must be able to score at least 65 points or more. You must have a suitable skills assessment at the time of invitation. At the time of the invitation, you must also demonstrate at least competent English, which is at least 6 points for each of the 4 components of your IELTS test. A friendly reminder, each state has its own requirement for you to be nominated. There are also an estimated number of skilled workers or migrants they're looking for to work in Australia state. You can find the latest news and updates about these numbers for each state by checking out the link in our description. Now that you have a good understanding of the requirements, let's dive into the process of the 491 visa application. First, check your eligibility. Before you start your application, you must check your eligibility for this visa. Several things to check are your chosen occupation, your point score, and other requirements set for this visa. You may visit the link in our description box to see if your chosen application is listed as a skilled occupation and eligible for the 491 visa. Meanwhile, to check your point, you can use our online calculator simulator to see how many points you could obtain with your current background. Second step, submit an expression of interest or EOI application. Since 491 visa is a point tested based system, you are required to submit an expression of interest application. EOI application is different with visa application. Once you have lodged an EOI application, you must make sure that you got an invitation before lodging a visa application. We understand that the minimum point that you must obtain is 65, but we always suggest our clients to get highest points they could. Why? Because the higher points you get, it equals to the higher chance to get the invitation. So if you have lodged an EOI application, instead of waiting for the invitation in silence, it is best to do several things to get your points increases. Here are several things that you can do to increase your points. First, take more English tests and obtain the highest score to get highest point. Take tests on NATI, which is the CCL test or Credential Community Language, because it offers you additional point. And enhance your work experience, because the longer the period of your work experience, the higher your points will be. Third stage, visa application. If you have received an invitation, congratulations, you can move to the next step, which is a visa application. You can apply for the visa online. Just keep in mind that you have 60 days to apply after receiving your nomination in Australia. While your visa application is being assessed, you might be required to undergo a health examination or provides a police clearance certificate. You may also be asked to update several outdated documents or information. Whatever the request is, you must complete them all within deadline. Fourth stage, adding family members to your application. Is it possible? The answer is yes. You can add your family member after you lodge your application, but before the department gives you the decision. You will be required to pay additional visa charge for your family members and add the documentation into your application. However, if you plan to include your family member after you receive the decision for your visa application, you are required to lodge a subsequent entrance stream, the 491 visa. Your family member will be required to meet the requirements such as holding a substandard visa if they are in Australia, holding at least functional level of English. Visa outcome. This is the final step. You will receive the visa outcome, granted or refused, through a written notification to yours or your agent's email address. If the outcome shows that your visa is granted, congratulations, you are finally a 491 visa holder and allowed to live and work lawfully in Australia for 5 years. How much it costs? This might be your important considerations when applying for an Australian visa. Well, the visa fee for you as the main applicant is at least 4,240 Australian dollars. If you include your family members, then additional fee will apply. The additional fee will be 2,120 for family member above 18 and 1,060 for family member under 18. You may have to pay an additional 4,890 for the second installment only if any of your family members do not have functional English level. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of benefits does 491 visa offer to you? 491 visa provides you a pathway to permanent residency through the subclass 191 visa. Also, it provides work right for family members and allows them to access healthcare, education, social security benefits through subsequent entrance stream. Other than that, there is one special thing about 491 visa. This special thing is that 491 visa is the only working visa that offers a chance to be sponsored by an eligible family member. Meaning, if you have a family member residing in Australia as a citizen or permanent resident, you have two chances. Be invited by the Australian state or territory government, or be sponsored by your family member. If you're interested in getting more information about the 491 visa with sponsorship by a family member, you can visit the link which we provided on the description box below. How long is the processing times? The current processing time for 491 visa is up to 20 months. Be noted that this is only for the visa application. It does not include other applications such as the EOI application. These processing times could be different depends on your circumstances. The circumstances include whether you have lodged complete application, including all the necessary supporting documents, how quickly you respond to any request for additional information, how long it takes to perform required checks on the supporting information provided, and how long it takes to receive additional information from external agencies, particularly in relation to health, character, and national security requirements. So that is all of today's video about the subclass 491 or Skilled Work Regional Provisional Visa in Australia. If you're considering applying for this visa, it's definitely worth for you to exploring further. If you need assistance with your visa issue, whether you just need some advice or want us to organize and submit the application, you can find our contact details in the description of this video and pinned in the comments. It will be our pleasure to assist you with the 491 visa or other types of Australian visa. Our advisors will be there for all your visa needs. And ONEderland Consulting, as always, is here to help you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content and all the latest immigration and visa updates in Australia with us. I'm Indah Melinda Sari from ONEderland Consulting. See you in another chance.